Well, hello, my name's Marissa. We might know each other because I email you all the time, but in case we don't, I have a local newsletter. It's called FromBoise, and I send it twice a week on Tuesday and Thursday in the afternoon. Tuesday's a long story that I write. It's usually about a person or like a local place. I do a lot of history stories or like event guides for things that are coming up. And then Thursday's this huge curated list of things to do over the weekend. I'm very particular about the formatting of this newsletter because I want it to be scannable so you can just plan your weekend. We have like a comedy section, there's food section, live music calendar, and just a bunch of things to do. And so I started FromBoise in 2021. It was a total side project. I had two other full-time jobs at the time. I was a publicist and the copywriter for Hackfort Music Fest and Duck Club downstairs. And I was also freelance writing full-time as well for different, like lots of different things. But I was writing for some local outlets about Boise. And it was great. Like all of those opportunities were amazing, but I just really wanted to write about Boise in my own way, like without an editor. And also, with my work through Hackfort, I noticed this lack in coverage about local artists, like about the music scene. And there was also no single source to just like see all the shows that were happening. And I wanted that. So I made it happen and through FromBoise. And so, like I said, it was just totally like a side project. I just wanted a place to write. And I had no business plan. Like I didn't even have a goal for it to be a business. It was just this like fun thing that I was doing. But that quickly changed because in the first year, it grew to over 10,000 newsletter subscribers, which is a lot of people to talk to every week. And thank you. And so then I was like, well, I guess I should be on social media too. And then that started growing. And now we have over 23,300 and something newsletter subscribers. And we're on like, social media. We have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and we have almost 50,000 followers on those. And then in 2023, I was like, let's start a podcast. And now we have around 20 or over 20,000 downloads on our podcast, which is just like crazy to me to say those numbers still, because again, this is just like my fun thing, right? But looking back, I'm 5 years almost into this, and there's really three things that I think have like carried me to where I am now, and that will continue it on wherever this is going. And the first one is storytelling. So storytelling obviously is like what I do. It's like central to everything I put out is a story. But it has really, I have seen that is where this deeper connection between, in my case, Boise and my readers is happening. But it's also like where this connection between my readers and like my brand and me as the writer is happening. And I think that stories have always been important to humans. Like it's like foundational to our whole thing as humans and carrying our history forward, all of that. But now more than ever, like storytelling is so important. With all the digital noise, with like AI stuff, storytelling and like being human makes your brand so much more relatable regardless of your industry. It is so important. And so I just think that we all need to be thinking about how we can be telling stories about our products, our brands, and like ourselves as founders, because I think, need and want to like relate with humans now more than ever. The second thing is consistency. So on January 1st, I sent my 500th newsletter. I have never missed a send day against all odds. And there's been lots of times where there was a lot of things happening. But I've never missed a send. And obviously this has created this like maybe extreme level of trust and reliability with my audience. Like there has been 2 times in 5 years where it was a little bit delayed, like just a tech issue. One time it was like 15 minutes and one time it was like 3 hours. And people were like, where is the newsletter? Like, are you okay? Yeah, like what is happening? How am I supposed to plan my weekend? Which is awesome. But it's also just given me this insane amount of data. Like, I have over 500 newsletters. Like, I know what people are looking for at certain times of the year. I know that, like, there's these weird little things. Like, anytime I put an estate sale in the newsletter, hundreds of clicks. People love an estate sale, especially if I'm like, you should see this picture on the Facebook event page, you know. But so it's giving me this, like, amazing amount of data. And I think, like, as founders, as business owners, we just, like, especially when you're starting, like, you just want to be there. You want to, like, be at the place where you, like, need, like, know what you need to know. But you can't without putting the reps in. Like, you have to just do the one important thing over and over and over and over and over to, like, learn along the way, to build the reliability, the trust. Like, you have to go through it, even if you just want to be there. Okay, and then the last thing is trying things and putting them out there, like, before they were ready. I do this a lot. Like, I do it with everything. Nothing is ever really ready to be out there before I'm like, here you go. Let me know what you think. The newsletter itself, did not feel ready to put that out. I started working on it in January, and I sent the first one on March 30th. And, like, that 3-month span was just me, like, worrying and wondering what I was going to talk about, and feeling like I wasn't, like, a real journalist. And I eventually just had to say, like, you just have to write something and put it out there. Like, you just have to do it. You know, I could have spent the last 5 years just, like, wondering what it's supposed to be. And then that's pretty much how I've done everything since then, is just, like, made myself put it out there. Pretty much every way that we've ever made money through FromBoise has been in that style. But it's also, like, everything I've done beyond the newsletter has been in this spirit to connect. So I have this online audience, and, like, I'm always interested in how can I connect, like, create a bridge between that online experience and, like, an offline in real life experience. And so a couple ways I've done that have also been putting things out there before they were ready. So last fall, like, just in October, we put out a Boise discount card. And it's a card, it's like a curated punch card where you get a discount at 12 different local businesses. And this one, I should have thought about a little more before I put it out there, but it's working. I put it up for pre-sale. I had this idea, and I was like, cool, I'm doing it. And I put it up for pre-sale in the newsletter, and then I emailed the businesses. And, you know, that one was I kind of jumped the gun. But people started buying it, so then I could go to the businesses and be like, hey, you should say yes because people are already buying it. And it's worked well. I mean, we've sold, like, over 200. Somebody bought one today. So, like, that one could have used a little more. But another thing that we did was actually just last night, we had our first FromBoise dinner club. And it's a way for people to meet people. So people fill out a little questionnaire, sign up, fill out the questionnaire, and then you're matched with 5 other people. So it's 6 people to a table. And I again, put it out there, and 96 people came. And we were at 7 different restaurants in downtown Boise, and then we had an after party here. And it was awesome. I mean, people loved it. But I knew that there was going to be something has to happen in an event. And so it's like, if I hadn't just done that, I wouldn't know the things that I know for the next dinner, right? Like, maybe go to a little bit quieter place for the after party, and so people can talk more. And can you give us some conversation starters at dinner? Like, I think that it's so important to put things out there and then ask for feedback. Like, we want things to be perfect and just, like, everyone to love it, but you have to I have had to kind of just put that aside and put things out there and then be like, tell me what you think. Like, even if it's just the tiniest thing, like, I always want feedback, and having that open communication with my audience it's gotten me a long way. Yeah, so I just think that, like, it's been the coolest thing to watch FromBoise's audience. Like, it has really shaped everything that it is. I mean, you know, I basically came up with the Tuesday, Thursday, and story ideas, and then everything else I've done has, like, been because readers told me about it. which is just so awesome. And I have had a lot of different jobs in Boise, like random weird stuff, but I've had a lot of different jobs in Boise. At this point, I've talked to like so many different business owners in so many different industries. And something that I have noticed over and over and over is that the businesses who do whatever they need to do to build their business like with and for Boise's community are really rewarded. Like it just becomes these really cool things. And I feel so lucky that I get to do that here. And like Boise is such a special place, and it's just like I have the coolest job ever. I just get to think about and write about Boise every day. So yeah, if you read my newsletter, thank you. If not, you can check it out at FromBoise.com. Thank you.